So recently, Jada Pinkett Smith again made some comments humiliating her husband, Will Smith, and the comments equated to her saying that he wasn't satisfying her in the bedroom. And of course, the internet went crazy, and they came up with all kind of wild ideas and theories, but most of them were wrong. So here's mine. Remember when Jada Pinkett was fine? I mean, she's still fine, but what I'm saying is, you remember when anybody who had a top 10, she would be in it, right up there with Halle Berry. And recently, it seems like she's done all she could to downplay or destroy her own good looks. And there's a reason for that, too. First off, it's like this. The reason she's choosing to what would seem or actually be publicly humiliate her husband is simple. She wants a divorce and dude won't give her one. Yeah, she wants a divorce, and this is her way of doing it. See, the first time, if you recall, she said something about uh, having, what did they call that word? She was in an entanglement with a young boy, a young singer, August Asina or some shit. And he actually started crying on her internet TV show, Red Table Talk. And then they made memes about it and made him a laughing stock and everything. Now, some people could say he's an actor and he was acting, but no, I think he was really crying about that because he likes to save face. He likes to keep what he does private, pretty much. Virgos are usually pretty straightforward. They're private, yes, but they're going to say what they have to say. And basically, no holds barred, as in the case with Jada Pinkett Smith. Now, in order for her to force him to let her go and give her a divorce, is to publicly start talking about it. Take shots at him sometime. And the reason he more than likely doesn't want to give her a divorce is because he's afraid that she's going to go out in them streets and wild out. Yeah, exactly. He's afraid that she's going to start talking and telling everything and be wilder and doing more drugs and doing everything to bring shame on the family. And in the end, inevitably destroy herself. And he doesn't want that because he does love her. Okay? So basically, he doesn't want her doing those threesomes and dragging herself and messing around with these young dudes and being the talk of the tabloids. He doesn't want any of that for her because if he leaves her, she's going to have the freedom to do what she wants, and he doesn't really want that. Okay? He figures he can keep his thumb on her or keep her at least, keep the reins around her, keep her from going off the deep end by grabbing onto her and keeping her from getting a divorce. Okay? Now, in her defense, if he's not willing to let her go, I guess she's gonna try whatever she needs to try to do that. Now, this is her most recently shaving her head bald. Some people could say she had that alopecia or whatever that is that make your hair fall out or go bald. But nah, it's deeper than that. You see, the allegations of her husband, Will Smith, messing with dudes goes back at least 20 years now. Buying that guy, Dwayne Martin, a Rolls Royce and all this kind of stuff. They were allegedly bumping balls. Now, if that's the case, she cut her hair to do this to get him back. Let me explain. See, in Greek times, when the female wanted to seduce or have sex with her husband, she had to dress up like a man. Why? Because the Greek males were more interested in boys than in her, than in any female. And if she wanted to have a baby by him or any kind of intimacy, sexual intimacy, she had to dress up like a man to seduce him. Hence boyish haircuts, bald heads, and this type of thing. And I think methodically, this is what she tried. And she had her hair like this and other short haircuts for a while. Long gone are those beautiful locks that she used to wear, you see. Now, it could be an added bit of depression in there too. And she goes on that red table talk thing to vent. But in actuality, this was done to try to get Will to notice her better. And that would spice up things in the bedroom. Hence what she was talking about recently. So now you have the psychology behind what she's doing. Because there's psychology, as I've told you before, in everything that we do. Psychology. It means there's a reason, a basis, a foundation. You know, the what do you call it? The practice of psychology is exactly that, a practice. Even medicine, they say that they're practicing medicine because psychology or medical doctors, it's not an exact science. All the shoes don't just fit one person. The different sizes, shapes, colors, everything. But just so you know the psychological disposition of this particular situation, notice her excuse me, notice her disposition, how she carries it, okay? And think about it, okay? Because it's right there in front of you. So all those other people talking all that crazy stuff, and it was never about that. It was seduction. It was her way to try to seduce her husband back into the bedroom because he's obviously more interested in the same sex. Like, subscribe, share, whatever.